NFL in his first full year starting for Buffalo, James Lofton hasn't lost much from the talents which have placed him third on the all-time receiving yardage charts and sixth in career receptions. The seven-time Pro Bowler sort of chuckles at his rebirth as a big play receiver. He is averaging over 20 yards per catch, yet he clearly remembers when he was a 22-year-old rookie with the Packers, preparing to go against a veteran prolific offense to a Rolls-Royce, and says, as a role player, he's just like the air conditioning. Well, maybe so, but that's an accessory this car could not run without. In Buffalo, I'm Andrea Kramer.
Before we even begin tonight, let's 5-0 or 4-1 in the month of December. Only the Giants' 3-2 mark does the field with an attitude that they
for the Buffalo Bills. And that show of support includes Keith Radford and members of the Eyewitness News team. And Keith, I wonder if you are enjoying covering an event like this where you don't have to worry about being objective.
It's a chance of a lifetime, Irv, let me tell you. Once again, we are live from Harbor Island in downtown Tampa, Florida, as the countdown to Super Bowl 25 continues. Now, the weather cleared up a little bit today. It was nice and sunny and warm, unlike yesterday where it was rather cool here in Tampa. And that certainly was good news today for one local group of people. They're the people who are working on the Bamboleo Parade.
These people are creating a big part of the Tampa celebration. A really big part.
It's the world's largest replica of the Vince Lombardi trophy.
It's 63 feet tall. The ball is actually a balloon 40 feet long. From the outside, the trophy looks a lot like the real thing. And once the flaps are secured, it'll look even more like the real thing.
So I'm sure Commissioner will take care of it, and I wouldn't let him slide.
If the Marv Levy controversy is the only negative story to come out of the Bills' trip to Tampa, well, then this team should have fond memories of Super Bowl 25. From the site of the Super Bowl, Bob Kaczynski, Eyewitness News.
Well, Marv will have another mandatory session with the media tomorrow morning. Tonight on Nightcast, Bob Kaczynski will take a look at Jim Kelly and the financial rewards he could reap come Sunday. Well, after today's media session, the Bills got down to the business of football. As usual on Wednesday, it was their first full day of practice for Sunday's game. The Bills had to be happy to get down to work. They're using the Tampa Bay Buccaneers practice facility near the airport. Levy says this week's routine will be similar to the club's usual workout schedule, same aspects of concentration on different facets of the game. One change, the Bills have pushed back the starting time of the practices to get them used to
players, two extremely talented linebacking cores. The Giants and the Bills linebackers are arguably the best in football. They are also similar in the roles the individuals fill, starting with the big playmakers, Lawrence Taylor and Cornelius Bennett.
And right now our linebackers are key to our defense. So our linebackers are good for our team. Their linebackers are good for their team. Who's the best? It's hard to say who's the best.
You can't compare LT against anybody really because he's a unique case. But we compare real well with those guys as an overall unit. We can run like they can, and we can hit like they can.
The Giants' Pepper Johnson was voted to his first Pro Bowl this season and may be the heir apparent to Taylor. But when it comes to postseason honors, you won't find two more overlooked or underrated stars than Carl Banks and Darryl Talley. Year in and year out, these two run stoppers have taken a back seat to the pass rushing exploits of Taylor and Bennett.
I'd say I would probably be our version of Carl Banks because, you know, he's a good technician. He does everything right. He's always running to the football, and he can make the play when he has to.
You can't say a lot of bad things about them. They do a lot of things well. I think that by the same token, we have a lot of talent at our linebackers, and I'll tell you this, I wouldn't trade what we have for what they have.
The admiration between the two units is mutual, especially from two of the inside backers, one of which occasionally comes disguised as a fullback.
I was really setting the guy up. That's what I was trying to do. Set him up, need some blockers, you know, maybe distract him. Let's face it, I'm a linebacker. I'm not a runner. My job is to tackle people. It's not to run with the ball. So I'm happier than a bleep and bleep when I got the ball.
Well, he said he was just trying to fake him out. Maybe he thought there was a blocker coming. I said, Gary, there's no blocker down there helping you out. He was just laughing about it. Yeah, I saw him last night. It was funny.
The Bills may be a unit on the rise, but the Giants are and have been at the top of their profession for the better part of the last decade. Lawrence Taylor's 10 Pro Bowl appearances are double that of all the Buffalo backers combined. Nevertheless, the matchup of these two units is an impressive array of talent.
I don't think there's any two better in the league. Real competitive. Everybody likes to hit and everybody likes to go to the ball, so it's going to be good.
20 situations. Now, the injury list looks like this. After the final full day of workouts, the Bills have put Butch Roll with an ankle injury down. He did practice today, however. He will be questionable. Now, the only news conference held today were for Commissioner Paul Tagliabue and coaches Marv Levy and Bill Parcells. A variety of topics were discussed, from short week preparation to the Persian Gulf crisis, to play their collective lives. First and foremost on the minds of most players, however, is war and the effect it has.
They're going to stop us here and there, but we just can't worry about it. We just have to go.
No surprise that O.J. Simpson is the Bills' all-time leading rusher. Can you name the number 2 man? The answer in... If you answered Joe Cribbs, you're right. In the early to mid-'80s, Cribbs rushed for close to 4,500 yards, placing him second in Bills history.
Defensively, I give the edge to the Giants. They played well all year, but they really peaked at playoff time, and I think a healthy Carl Banks had a lot to do with that. The special teams area, I'll call that a wash. 2 excellent field goal kickers. I think the one home run threat is Dave Meggett, and I have not as yet seen him get loose in the playoffs. In the coaching area, I'm going to give the edge to Bill Parcells. I think because he's been here, he knows what it takes to win this game. He's a master psychologist. His team will be ready to play. Intangibles, I don't really see any. I think that both of these teams have made pretty obvious what they want to do in this game. Wide open Bills versus a Giants team that would like to shorten this game to about 2:45 and get off the...
I think they're the best in the league. Special team-wise, Sean Lendena, the best friend of a quarterback is the punter. He's made a big difference. Coaching, it's a wash. Both men bring their personalities into this game. Both teams look like the personality of their coaches. Intangibles, got to go to the Buffalo Bills. They feel like they can score often, anytime they want. They put up 95 points in this game. I don't see anybody stopping them, and I don't believe they think they can be stopped.
Okay, so you picked the Giants having the best offense, defense, and special teams. You being an NFC guy means you're going with the Giants.
Good! And the Giants are going to Tampa Bay. It's over. Go pack your bag! Go pack your bag! Where are we going? To the show. Where are we going? To the show. What time? Next week. What time is it? Showtime, baby! Yeah!
The Bills are going to the Super Bowl.
Zenith's Super Bowl matchup. Super Bowl 25. The champions of the AFC, the Buffalo Bills, against the champions of the NFC, the New York Giants.
That's where I want.
He's as gifted as he is brash. He's Jim Kelly, the director of the NFL's most potent offense and the master of the cutting edge of it, the hurry-up. In a few hours, the Buffalo Buzzsaw will take its turn at cutting into the top-ranked defense in the NFL, the Giants.
Do you practice that during the week? I mean, nope. You don't practice? It's just a Sunday offense?
It's a Sunday offense. That's what people say. You mean you don't even practice no huddle? No, we don't. We practice variations of the plays, but we don't come out and practice, say, okay, we're going with a no huddle today and practice it. We do absolutely zero.
How many plays do you have to choose from?
Well, it started out with about, I'd say about 8. Now it's up to about 30. There's just so many things we can use. You can have one play, but from 6, 7 different formations, it looks like a different one.
In the hurry-up, everything hinges on the call at the line of scrimmage. On the field, when Kelly talks, everybody listens.
Good thing about our offense, we have keys where we can call dummy audibles in case the defense is looking for something, in which against the Raiders I had to use about 10 or 15 times, and so they can't always hear me saying something similar. We have dummy audibles, and it's pretty interesting because they try to listen to you at times, but they can't pick it up.
Last season, when the Bills were bickering, Kelly once questioned offensive coordinator Ted Marchibroda's play selection. Now, these two are on the same wavelength, and Marchibroda has turned Kelly loose.
It wasn't a major decision to allow him to call the football plays. People said, you're putting your faith, your career. This is the type of people, the type of a guy that you want to do that with. He's a Michael Jordan, a Magic Johnson, a Larry Bird. He wants the football in his hand at the end of the half, at the end of the 2 minutes. We're in a game. We can give him that control during the entire game, and that's what we're doing.
And what the Bills have done is create an offense in which all their talent is utilized during a game-long 2-minute drill.
Hey, they know we're going to throw the football, but they know we're going to run the football too. And that's what's so exciting about it. They got a tight end in the game that can run like a wide receiver. They got 3 great wideouts. You got Thurman Thompson in the backfield. It's your chance. You take the chance.
Jim Kelly's like that guy on the street corner.
Showcase the top 2 teams in professional football
It also shows off the host city to the world. The economic impact.
You gave us a try, now hit subscribe. Be sure to YouTube responsibly and hit that like button if you like what you see, because there's plenty of content to come.